एंड वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज हम पढ़ेंगे डिक्टेटरशिप के बारे में एंड काइंड्स ऑफ डिक्टेटरशिप के बारे में। सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। डिक्टेटरशिप की डेफिनेशन क्या होगी? बेसिकली डिक्टेटरशिप इज रिगार्डेड एज अ सिस्टम ऑफ गवर्नमेंट बेस्ड ऑन एब्सोल्यूटिज्म एंड अथॉरिटेरियनिज्म। Generally, there is concentration of all political powers in the hands of one person or a few persons. Dictators capture political power normally through extra constitutional means in those societies where there is acute political unrest or economic instability and people are fed up and want to get rid of political instability. The ambitious military or civilian leaders exploit this situation and establish their rule, while they get positive response from the people at the initial stages. अगर हम इसके हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड के बारे में पढ़ेंगे तो हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड ये होगा कि डिक्टेटरशिप एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ प्रेजेंट सिविलाइजेशन. It existed even in some ancient societies as well. During national emergency, the autocrats in ancient Greek used to exercise absolute authority. Certain early political thinkers also preferred this system as they were fed up from the working of contemporary oligarchies. Nevertheless, dictatorship had always been regarded as an extra constitutional government in Greek thought. In ancient Roman Empire, there existed constitutional provisions for the establishment of dictatorial rule in order to face emergency conditions. A dictator was, however, expected to respect constitutional conventions while exercising political authority. After the emergency conditions were over, the dictator had to quit the position. अब हम पढ़ेंगे डिक्टेटरशिप के काइंड्स के बारे में. In the modern period, England experienced dictatorial rule of Cromwell in 17th century, while Napoleon established his dictatorship in France in 18th century. In the 20th century, various dictators established their rule during the post-World War I period in many countries. The example are dictatorship of Mussolini in Italy in 1921, Hitler in Germany in 1932, Franco in Spain, Carmona and Salazar in Portugal, and that of Horthy of Hungary. The Socialist Revolution of 1917 in Russia established dictatorship of the proletariats, practically that of the Communist Party. Most of these countries were passing through political turmoils and internal violence, and thereby such conditions were receptive to extra constitutional change. अब हम पढ़ेंगे मॉडर्न डिक्टेटरशिप्स के बारे में. In many Afro-Asian countries, dictatorships were established in the recent past, and most of the dictators came from the military. Modern dictators generally take constitutional cover after some time and try to consolidate their authoritative rule in guise of democracy. Hitler was Chancellor and President of Germany despite his despotism, while Mussolini was Prime Minister of the King of the Italy. European dictators mostly projected the myth of nationalism and tried to mobilize public in support of their lofty ideas. Dictators in the Third World, on the other hand, exploited the charming slogans of economic development and economic change to get the support of lower classes in particular. Apart from military dictatorship, certain civilian autocrats also tried to concentrate absolute political authority in their hands. They were, however, clever enough to move with caution. Some power seekers tried to muster political support on basis of their charismatic personality. Dictatorships based on specific ideologies tried to establish totalitarian and authoritarian system. In pursuance of their ideological goals, such rulers initiate revolutionary changes in all walks of life and resort the regimentation and operation in order to eliminate their opponent from all important administrative positions. The atrocities committed by Hitler in Germany against his own people are clear example in these contexts. There have been dictators, however, having no ideological commitments. Franco of Spain, Salazar of Portugal, Vargas of Brazil, Gorsel of Turkey, Saad of Thailand, and Muhammad Ayub of Pakistan. All these rulers fall under this category. They had their own convictions and ideas, no doubt, but did not believe in totalitarianism. Most of the absolute ruler of the modern period and had a nationalistic approach to all political issues, and mostly they concentrated on economic development. The example of such dictatorial rule are that of Nasser in Egypt, Park of Korea, Nkrumah of Ghana, and Sukarno of Indonesia. Modern dictatorships are not similar in respect of the attitude and behavior of the rulers. There are some notable variations. Fascist dictatorships, for example, had different ideological commitment from that of the proletarian dictatorships of Soviet Union. But in most cases, dictators share some common values and modes. Most of the dictators established their political hold by ensuring future prosperity and well-being of the masses. Secondly, this system has been characterized by coercion and exploitation. Thirdly, all dictators endeavored to consolidate their rule by all means, fair or foul. And finally, almost every dictator tried to divert the attention of the people from internal precarious condition to some so-called imminent danger of the common enemy. It is to be noted that modern dictators have been more resourceful and powerful than their ancient counterparts. So, students, इसके बाद हम डिक्टेटर्स की करेक्टरिस्टिक्स मैं अपलोड करूँगी वीडियो करेक्टरिस्टिक्स के बारे में. उसके बाद मैं अपलोड करूँगी एडवांटेजेस एंड डिसएडवांटेजेस के बारे में, डिक्टेटरशिप के एडवांटेजेस और डिसएडवांटेजेस के बारे में. ओके, सो आई होप आपके लिए ये मेरा वीडियो बहुत ही यूज़फुल हो और अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. अल्लाह हाफिज़.